Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack!
I'll be damned. Now, how are you supposed to do that exactly? Huh. Really? A cucumber? Oh, you gotta wash it first. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. These people sure have a lot of pubic hair. Huh. Oh, hey! Hey, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, on this May the 3rd, which is the evening before May the 4th, which of course is Star Wars Day. That's right, it's Star Wars Day tomorrow. And what does a diehard superfan like myself do the night before Star Wars Day? Well, in most years, I would fire up a Star Wars marathon beginning with Episode 1, or I would, go on the internet, maybe order up something expensive and stupid to celebrate Star Wars Day, which is a long-standing holiday going all the way back to 2011, I think. Nevertheless, what does a superfan like myself do on Star Wars Day in 2018? Well, I'll tell you exactly what I do, and exactly what I want to do with you guys tonight. I want to talk about dinosaurs! That's right, dinosaurs! Roar! I love this new Mattel line of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom dinosaurs that have been hitting your stores, hitting your retail stores everywhere in the last month. These things are so freaking awesome, so freaking fantastic. This is what a toy line is supposed to be. This is something that not only appeals to adult collectors like myself who are total tools but love to still buy toys, but it actually is attractive to, children as well. I mean, imagine that, little boys wanting to play with dinosaurs, guys with guns and jeeps and shit. It is awesome. I dig this line a lot, and I've almost bought the entire frickin' line at this point. Not everything, but almost the entire frickin' line. I'm really digging this. So what I'm going to do for you guys tonight is I'm going to show off exactly which items I have. I'm not going to unbox them. They're all in the boxes right now. I'm not going to unbox them right now because what I want to do is unbox them off camera, and then I really want to do like a big Jurassic World like super show coming up in the next few weeks inside of my garden, which I think is just a real appropriate place for that. It's a real niche area. If you're gonna have dinosaurs, do it out in the elements, do it out among the plants and everything, and it'll look really, really cool, especially right next to my pond outside. It's going to be really, really awesome. But the weather right now in Colorado is certainly not cooperating with us in that fashion. It's been raining for the last couple days. Also, my garden is not quite up to specs yet. Not to where I want to put it on camera. In the next couple weeks, though, it's going to be popping, though, and it's going to look great. And it'll be a great place to display and to show off these awesome dinosaurs from Mattel, which I would say if you have not gotten on the bandwagon and gotten out to the stores, get out there and get these, because these are awesome and they are selling really, really well. Everywhere I go, the shelves are, they're selling. I can just say that. It's really great. It's really refreshing to see an action figure line doing awesome in the stores at retail, and something that I'm jazzed up, because as you know, I don't spend a lot of money on mass retail items. I'm kind of I admit I'm a bit of a action figure snob. I like to go with Hot Toys or, basically Hot Toys, or I back collect, older toys, but I don't buy a lot of modern mass retail items. At least I haven't in the last, 10, 15 years. But these dinosaurs are just, like that Voltron I reviewed several months ago, or about 4 months ago, not several. But like my Voltron, that Playmates Voltron I reviewed, few things get my juices going, but boy, these dinosaurs sure are. So anyway, let's just jump right into it. I'll show you exactly what I bought. I'm going to keep them in the box though for now, and then in a later video down the road, I will have these unboxed and you can see them in all their glory. But anyway, so let's just get on it right now, all right? All right. Alright, so first up is the Carnotaurus. The only thing I would say that I would wish that this line did was I actually wish, there's the back of the box, and it just kind of shows the play features of the item. I actually wish they had like some like useful facts about each dinosaur, because that would be really, really bitchin' and really, really cool too, because I'm a fan of science, and I think that dinosaurs are like the gateway drug to science. That's not, my quotation, that's someone else's, but I really do feel like dinosaurs are like the gateway drug to kids learning about science as youngsters, and it certainly was for me anyway. And I would really dig if they actually had some awesome, like, factoids about each dinosaur, but I don't think they do. It's just pretty much play features and, collect them all kind of bullshit on the back, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still awesome. It's still dinosaurs. This Carnotaurus, which I believe actually this is a, if you're a fan of the show, you'll know my good buddy Uncle Pat. He's on quite a bit. Well, his oldest son, I believe Carnotaurus is his favorite. So this is a big shout out to him and for this Carnotaurus, which I think he's a big fan of. But at any rate, he actually has this really cool feature. Really, look at those choppers. Look at that thing go. I mean, that's awesome. It almost looks like animated almost. I mean, especially when you put it on camera like that. That is really cool. Just just short, quick strikes. Like he's getting a bird out of a tree or something, or I don't know. They didn't have birds back then, but he's getting some kind of varmint out of a tree. So this is awesome. This is the Carnotaurus. Really, really cool. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the state fossil of my beloved home state of Colorado. That's right. It's the Stegosaurus. Oh, this is so cool. Of course, again, there's no dinosaurs factoids, just product information on the back, but still really, really cool. And the action feature on this guy is if you push down on this sail, or this, I guess it's a sail or a plate. I guess it was a plate. Push down on this plate, his tail moves and swings those vicious spikes. Look at that. That is awesome. So that's this plate feature on Stegosaurus. Looking really cool. He's a good-looking action figure. Really cool. I dig that a lot. Once again, there's the back of the box. So there's Stegosaurus. That's awesome. All right, what else we got here? I haven't collected a number of very many of the human action figures yet, but I did pick up, of course, Dr. Alan Grant, because that's just pure, nostalgia from the 1993 original Jurassic Park film. And I don't know if these are really good-looking action figures or not. In fact, I wasn't going to pick up any of the human characters, but I had to get Dr. Alan Grant. Why? Because I needed someone to drive the Jeep Wrangler. This thing is really cool. This is of course from the classic Jurassic Park film. It was also seen in the last Jurassic World movie as well, but it's got a nice little working winch up front here, which is really, really cool. And Jeep Wranglers are really, really awesome. Ask my good buddy once again, Uncle Pat, about Jeep Wranglers. He likes them. Of course, he sold his, but that's okay. But yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Look at the little action shot, little product information back there. Looks like you got Dr. Sadler and Dr. Grant, doing some off-roading there with the winch. Trying to get away from Dilophosaurus, aka the Spitter. This is really cool. I dig. This was a fun character from the original Jurassic Park film. Of course, this is the dinosaur that ate Dennis Nedry as he was trying to escape with the DNA samples in the shaving cans. So this is a really cool figure. He's gonna look really cool out of the box. Of course, Dilophosaurus in real life was actually about 8 feet tall. Had these crests, but I think the whole spitting poison venom shit. It's kind of a Hollywood gimmick, but that's okay. It's still fun. I mean, maybe actually that actually plays into the storyline with Jurassic Park. Maybe they genetically modified him to do that, to make him more, exciting than the actual Dilophosaurus would have been the real deal. Which actually, Dilophosaurus actually sounds like a really scary dinosaur. He lived in the late Triassic period, I think, and he was about 8 feet tall. So he would have looked just slightly down on you. Of course, more down on Knick-Knack, myself here, because I'm kind of short. But nevertheless, that would be a really scary dinosaur to encounter, I think, because he would eat your head off. Yeah, love dinosaurs. So awesome. This is so cool. Anyway, that's Dilophosaurus. And then, of course, you got to get yourself a trike. You need yourself a Triceratops. So here is the Triceratops. That is really awesome. And if you want to learn more about Triceratops, you can go back to my video. It's called In the Time of the Dinosaurs, where I read a really delightful early 60s dinosaur children's book, and it's fantastic. You need to go back and watch that video. That video has not gotten a lot of love, and I gotta say, it's one of my very favorites that I've ever done. So go back and watch that. I'm gonna put that link in the end of this video, so you can go back and check that out as well. In the Time of the Dinosaurs, you can learn all about Triceratops. Look at him, he's very cool. What a cool looking dinosaur. So anyway, again, there's more product features back here. What does he do exactly? Well, we've got to find out. I haven't tried. I don't think I've even tried him yet. Oh, look at that! Yeah. Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed. It's rutting season, people. Yeah. It's running season. Triceratops needs some Triceratops pussy. Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Again, here's Triceratops. Really, really cool. What else we got? What else we got? We got more. I got more. Oh man, and you know, this is nice too about this line, this product line, is there's all kinds of different price points. I mean, they're not all, you know, they range from, you know, anywhere from like as cheap as $7 all the way up to like 50. But even $50 isn't a ton of money if you're, you know, if you're a hardcore collector like me. But it's just fun to be able to go out and you're just at the store, you're getting a you know, some milk and eggs, and you walk by the dinosaur section or the toy section. Dinosaur section. Well, it's the dinosaur section for me. You walk by the toy section, you just pick something up for $7, $8, and so you don't have to get it all at once, which is kind of nice. But anyway, here's a Pteranodon, which is really cool. Which is these aren't actually technically dinosaurs if you're really into paleontology, like I am. Of course, I can't pronounce half these names. My true dinosaur knowledge actually just dates back to about 1977 when I was learning about them as a kid. Well, later than that, honestly, I was maybe 1983. Nevertheless, but so my actual paleontology dinosaur knowledge is probably pretty dated, but nevertheless, from what I've learned from, you know, watching docs more recently, these actually weren't dinosaurs. They're just considered flying reptiles. But nevertheless, he's got this button you can push and you can flap his wings. I don't think it's doing it justice in the box. Maybe we can get out of the box, it looks a little better. But yeah, if you can see that. So anyway, so there he is. He's very cool. With that, there's the back of the box. Looking cool. Yeah, Pteranodon. Cool, right? All right. What else we got? Okay, this is one of my very favorite dinosaurs, and he is featured in the book I read a couple weeks ago, In the Time of the Dinosaurs. And in that book, he's really kind of like, growing up as a kid, because of that book I read, I kind of thought this dinosaur was sort of a chump all my life. Truth is, this dinosaur is probably more badass than T-Rex or even Velociraptor, in my opinion. And he was, of course, was a Jurassic period dinosaur. That, of course, is Allosaurus. Allosaurus was actually a badass. And there's a Discovery documentary about Allosaurus. It's called like Big Al or something. Now, Big Al was actually a fossil found at Wyoming. Now, I went to the University of Wyoming, and I spent a lot of time, especially my freshman year, in the Geology Museum up there, where there is a famous, world famous Allosaurus fossil. His name is Big Al. On display at the University of Wyoming Geology Museum. I spent a lot of time with that particular specimen because I was hanging out between, you know, Biology 101 or Biology 1000 and Psych 1000, and I'd hang out in there and you know read and stuff. So I'd hang out by the Allosaurus skeleton, which is really cool because then 4 years later when I got out of college, Discovery did that doc. I'm like, holy shit, that's the Allosaurus. I never knew he was that famous. So anyway, so Allosaurus was indeed a badass, and this is a great figure. And I hope he's actually in Jurassic World, because the new Jurassic World movie, because you know Allosaurus has not gotten any love on screen yet, and he needs it. He deserves to be loved because he was a badass. So anyway, there he goes. Yeah, he's got that really cool skull crest up there, looking really cool. Of course, there's the back product information on the back, but again, Allosaurus was a badass. Contrary to the book I read 2 weeks ago, where you know if like Brontosaurus ran in the mud, he wouldn't follow because he'd afraid he'd get stuck, and you know he was kind of came off as a Chumpasaurus. But no, Allosaurus was a badass. So anyway, that's a cool one. I'm very excited about this one. Then let's see here. Oh, look at this guy. Stiggy, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I can't. Stiggy, that's what his nickname is. And this guy has a unique play gimmick on him. And some of these the Jurassic World figures, dinosaurs had this way back in the day. I think the Jurassic Park 3 figures did too. But it's Dino Damage. Check this out. So it's got a little tab right here, and you flip this, and you flip it. Of course I can. Ah, there it is. And look at that. Look at that Dino Damage. That isn't Dino Damage. I mean, that is like imminent death damage. I mean, his whole side's opened up. I mean, his intestines are gonna spill out and shit. I mean, you're gonna bleed to death in minutes if you have a giant gaping mortal wound like that. So I don't know if that's Dino Damage, more like dead Dino Damage. But anyway, still really cool. Yeah, but you can close it back up. So yeah, there he is. He's all healed up. Anyway, very, very cool. It's a cool looking figure. And again, this one was one of the cheaper ones. I think this one was only like $10. Anyway, there's some product information on the back for you. So very, very cool. What else I got? I got a couple more little ones here. Oh, Gallimimus. This dinosaur was featured in the original Jurassic Park movie. This was the herding dinosaur that Dr. Grant was running with the kids, and then, it was such a cutting edge CGI moment when they were running through this herd of Gallimimus, and then T-Rex busted through and ate one of them in front of him. It was really badass. That was really one of my favorite scenes in the movie. And so anyway, had to get a Gallimimus. Very cool. And again, there's just product information on the back. And I think this one was only $7. So again, there's a lot of variation in price point on these, which makes it really fun and very collectible. So that's cool. And then, of course, here is a Velociraptor. Just a generic Velociraptor. That's cool. There's a really good book called Raptor Red I would recommend. It's written by paleontologist Robert Bacher, I think. Now, he's the guy that always had like straw hats and shit. You would see him in documentaries in the 90s and the 2000s. He was another guy that actually used to lecture some at the University of Wyoming. Very, very fascinating paleontologist, and I think he worked a lot through the Denver Museum of Natural History here. And Dr. Bacher wrote this really cool book, and it's actually fiction. Because it's through the perspective of a Utah raptor, which basically was what Velociraptor from the films was based off of. And if I'm misquoting anything, guys, and if you're some dinosaur expert and I'm misquoting something, go ahead and correct me in the comment section. But I read Raptor Red by Robert Bacher years and years ago. Great book. Again, it's fiction. It's through the perspective of a Utah raptor and his quest for survival and to mate and everything, and just what his outlook on the world was, and how it was like very different from like the preconceived notions about how the dinosaurs lived. I mean, there's a scene where he's hunting in the snow, which is something totally out there for like people who grew up like me. You grew up thinking that dinosaurs only lived in swamps and jungles and shit. And, this dinosaur was up in the mountains hunting in snow, and it was just very just very fascinating. The some of the words he used, some of them just to describe the scent of blood in the snow. Just really cool shit. I would recommend that. Raptor Red by Robert Bacher. I hope I'm saying that right. Good book. Anyway, so there's the Velociraptor, which of course is based off the Utah raptor from the movie, but it's still cool. So of course there's product information on the back. Velociraptor. Then of course there is from the last movie, and I think he's playing a big role in this movie, Blue, Velociraptor Blue. Of course that's Chris Pratt's favorite dinosaur, so that's cool. There's a little Blue for you. Cool. Alrighty, last but certainly not least, and I can't even get it in the shot, is this giant, colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex. I actually ordered this one off Amazon because I didn't want to risk trying to find it in the stores because I think it was kind of hard to find. I've seen it since then in the store, at least the battle damaged version. This is not the battle damaged version, though. I believe this is the non-battle damaged version, so I'm very excited. So we're going to open this for you guys up right now. I'm going to at least get it out of this box. I'm not going to totally unbox it, but I'm going to get it out of the shipper. So, all right, let's do that. Alrighty, so here it is in its shipper right now. The Jurassic World Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex contains one piece and made by our great friends in China. All right, so let's get into this guy, right? Alrighty, well, holy crap, I haven't seen this thing yet. Holy crap, look at this thing. Look how much it dwarfs these other figures that I have here. This thing is ginormous. That box was big, so it was a hint, but oh my god, I did not count on this thing being so damn big. It's huge. That is awesome. So anyway, look for me to unbox these in a coming video, and we're going to be playing with these guys outside. It's going to be a great time, guys. Alrighty, well, this thing is so giant. Look at this. Is my head next to it. This thing is so huge. It is awesome. Well, anyway, that is going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet, this micro edition of the Plastic Planet. Once again, you know what? Hey, if you're not a subscriber, what the hell are you waiting for? Go ahead and punch that subscribe button. Do that for me. I'd really appreciate it because we have a great time here on the Plastic Planet. Coming up this weekend, I'm going to be reviewing a new Sideshow figure I picked up, and that might actually be Star Wars related. We'll wait and see. But I'm going to be reviewing that coming up, and like I said, in the next coming episode or two, I'm going to be reviewing all these Jurassic Yeah, these Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom dinosaurs outside in their natural habitat in the garden. And there might be a few more at that point that I may have collected between now and then. Who knows? Because this line is awesome. And I do recommend you get your ass out to your Targets, get your ass out to your Walmarts, and fire these things up. Because, you know, hey, if you're a child of the 70s, 80s, yeah, if you're a child of any era, honestly, you gotta dig dinosaurs. Because I'm sorry, if you don't like dinosaurs, what the frick is wrong with you? Anyway, that's going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the Plastic Planet. I'll see you guys in a couple days. So, all right, you guys take it easy and get out and buy some dinosaurs. Hell yeah, get out there and buy them because those dinosaurs are awesome. Love me some dinosaurs.
Maybe these assholes or these animals ate so many dinosaur eggs that the dinosaurs died out.
Tyrannosaurus Rex? More like Tyrannosaurus sex?
Ah, shit, that stings like a bitch!
Look at the size of my dinosaur! Look at the size of my dinosaur! Look at the size of my dinosaur!